Hello again and welcome back to another one. And today we have what looks to be the aftermath of Dr. Umar putting 50 Cent on blast for the Sean Combs documentary.
I saw the Diddy documentary. Here's what I'm going to say about the Diddy documentary. It is an example of self-hatred disguised as community service. You see how that go?
We do keep quiet.
And 50 Cent reacted a few hours ago, and you wouldn't believe who turned out to be the voice of reason while the industry has been ganging up on 50 for producing the Diddy documentary. And 50 is fighting multiple battles all at once because he also took some time to shut down the Jim Jones Mano Fabulous and Dave East podcast, as if you recall, 50 called them squatters. And this man 50 wasn't playing, as you'd see. He dropped hard receipts on them rappers just hours ago, and 50 also took some time to blast fired hip-hop media personality Ebro, who blamed him for the quote fall off of New York in hip-hop. And speaking on the state of hip-hop right now, we also got to hear from Young Thug, and we also got a surprise from Justin Bieber, who dropped an Eminem cover during a live stream a few hours ago. And on Eminem, the Nas story about Eminem declining to work on daughters is still causing commotion online, and we'll get to this later. And we have to give it up to Ja Rule, because if he's not taking L's in the hip-hop space to 50 Cent, he's out here.
I gotta ignore y'all right now, I gotta put this thing up.
Ooh. Hey, Ja Rule, where'd you get those calves from?
I gotta ignore y'all right now, I gotta put this thing up.
And that sparked reactions like, he really can't stop getting in his own way, laughing emojis, and he can't escape from 50. We told you not to play with 50, but you don't listen. And yes, Ja Rule has been on top of the list of people in the hip-hop space who have been going extra hard for Diddy since the Sean Combs The Reckoning documentary dropped. And speaking of Ja Rule, apparently, according to Gene Deal, apart from the alleged freaky stuff he did in a room with Diddy, they also did a lot of gossiping, according to Gene Deal.
We was catching a G4 jet and we was going to North Carolina to do this show. So somehow he had Ja Rule to go with us, you know what I'm saying? And him and Ja was talking. And this whole time him and Ja is talking, he talking about Ja going at Jigga. You know what I'm saying? This is crazy. But he was talking about Ja getting at Jay-Z. And he was talking bad and talking crazy about Jay-Z, and how Ja was talking about if it wasn't for him, that Jay wouldn't be the artist he was. He got him started. You know, he wrote certain things and stuff like that to put him out there, because, you know, back in the day, nobody was even effing with Jay like that. So, but Puff was trying to, he was adamant about Ja going at Jay. You understand?
It is an example of self-hatred.
It ain't me. Ain't me.
And before word got to 50 Cent about Dr. Umar, he set his sights on fired hip-hop media personality Ebro. 50 posted this snippet.
I told 50 he ruined New York hip-hop. He spun it back around on me talking about I ruined New York hip-hop, and then all of his fans and fanatics ran with that. But first it was 50 Cent who ruined New York hip-hop. Y'all know. Nobody wanted to work together. People who was already popping in the city was like, you know, everybody was hemming and hawing and soft shoeing because nobody wanted to work together because 50 Cent was so popping. So that's where that narrative comes from.
And 50 added the caption, "That's why I put a word in to have your show taken off the air. You can't just go around saying nasty things to people." And the essays began to drop. 50 was a New York rapper, and nobody in the city would sign him. He got his deal with Eminem and Dre, Detroit and LA. He's always gonna have a chip on his shoulder and have more to prove. That's probably what made him so successful, the willingness to put in the work and run his fortune in the faces of the people that didn't believe in his vision. And boy, Ebro is getting stir-fried in the comments. It was definitely Ebro who ruined New York hip-hop, and he's not even from there. son being a clown, never liked him or his voice. He had a plan to not allow any street dudes to grow in New York City. And word about Dr. Umar finally hit 50's radar, and for those who missed our last coverage, well, 50 reposted this snippet.
The Diddy documentary. And I have no problem with black people holding black people accountable. I'm having a problem with black people needing to expose black people that in-depthly, but you never expose white people who do things to black people. The Roman Catholic Church has taken advantage of way more children than R. Kelly allegedly did. Are you following me?
I'm following you.
Jeffrey Epstein has taken advantage of way more women than Sean Combs allegedly did. But where is the documentary on Epstein by black people? Where's the documentary on the Roman Catholic Church excesses on black people? You see what I'm saying? So to me, the 50 Cent documentary, again, respect the 50, no issues there, it is an example of self-hatred disguised as community service. You see?
And 50 kept it short and simple with Dr. Umar. Shut up, dude. And this was a nice setup from 50 to get the doctor cooked. Umar is a scam. When is the school he's building from back when Tupac was alive opening?
Good night, scammers. Good night, scammers.
And you wouldn't believe who turned out to be the voice of reason in all this. Perhaps he's been watching our coverage since and reading your comments because
he copied my whole fucking flow, word for word, bar for bar.
He's saying a black man shouldn't be doing this to another black man. How come we not having conversations about what Diddy did to other black people? Like when you watch that documentary, every person on that documentary except for Aubrey O'Day is black. So how come nobody is saying a black man shouldn't do that to other black people? Because here's the thing, there are things we know Diddy did because we saw it, and there are things he's being accused of. We don't know if they're true. Right. But either way, majority of people who are accusing him of something are black. So I don't understand why, there's more conversations about that, but everybody's so, 50 Cent shouldn't be doing this to another black man. What about all the black people Diddy did and allegedly did stuff to?
And then they be acting like he made stuff up, right? Because and I've heard about a lot of this before the doc came out. It was just that the doc was like, damn, like to actually see it in a documentary, putting it all together is like, damn, the clarity. Like,
can't nobody make? You can't make this. You can't. I mean, you don't get me wrong. You can make stuff up.
Yeah,
but he didn't. We've been hearing a bunch of these stories forever, and guess what? Like I said, these are black people's stories, except one white girl was on that documentary. 4 parts. Everybody else was black. But I ain't heard nobody say, damn, Diddy shouldn't have been doing black people like that. But 50 Cent shouldn't be doing that to another black man.
It seemed different. I updated my software and
50 Cent posted that and added the caption, "At least some people have good sense." And this timeline is crazy, as we got Charlemagne out here speaking more sense than Dr. Umar. And what I take from the reactions so far going against 50 Cent is that these rappers and quote influencers only support black people who have influence, money and power. So to them, to hell with the people who Diddy allegedly took advantage of because they are less fortunate. And you could go as far as claim that they don't even see them as people, because I don't understand how they skipped over the fact that nearly everyone accusing Diddy of wrongdoings are also black. And Dr. Umar especially should be ashamed of himself for that deflection when his whole brand is black empowerment, yet he's more occupied with covering up for the rich black folks over the victims who are also black folks. And calling out 50, playing whataboutism in this case, automatically paints Diddy as some victim who is getting unfairly exposed. And speaking on Diddy's alleged victims, we got another one to add to the long list that dropped hours ago.
Total.
Yeah.
How'd that come about?
Total. So I had a recording studio. I hooked up with this cat named Alice Kennedy. And I was like, yo, man, I want to produce the female group. But right now, I just want to work with some female artists. So he actually bought me Pam. He brought Pam to my studio, whatever. Me and Pam clicked, like, off the bat. Pam was dope. And before I was working with Pam, I was actually working with Eddie Hazel's daughter from the Parliament, Funkadelic. And his daughter was named Rebecca. A cat named Tony Hustle from Plainfield. He was like, yo, I want you to hear these 2 girls. Popped in the cassette. I was like, yo, they dope, they nice. That was Kima and Keisha. I brought Kima and Keisha to the studio, introduced them to Pam. Pam wasn't feeling them at first. Pam wanted to do a solo thing.
This is responsible for Tone. You already know he put us together, and we love him dearly for it. You know, if we ever gave him the recognition he deserved, but Norm, you definitely set us on a journey that we're still on, and we thank you for it.
It was 4 girls in the group because I had Rebecca. But Rebecca was like Mariah Carey sounding like she wanted to fly on her own.
Yeah.
Eventually, we started working, and then I named them. They was all so different. I named them total opposites. So that's where the name Total came from. Because Rebecca was real tall. She was tall, light-skinned. Pam, dark-skinned, shorty. And they all had different layers to them. They sounded good together, though. First song I did on them was a song called Just a Freak of Me in Dangerous Relationships. Make a long story short, songs got to Diddy that shouldn't have got to Diddy. I mean, the rest is history. If we could keep it a buck, I got a phone call from Diddy. It was like, I'm sitting here with these girls. They named total opposites. I'm about to work with them. I'm about to sign them to my label. These songs, whatever. I'm taking publishing on these songs. And I was like, yo, I got stories, bro. I got stories.
Did he do it?
Yeah. Wow. So started my lawsuit. I didn't have the money to compete with him. As soon as I dropped the lawsuit, as soon as I dropped the lawsuit, he put out the single. Can't you see? As soon as I dropped the lawsuit.
So when you hear that song, it had to be a bittersweet moment.
Yeah. I mean, now it's whatever.
At that time,
I'm playing them at the parties now.
Yeah. At that time, though, it's like,
at that time,
like, I'm happy, but I'm like, dang.
At that time, I was like, there's a lot to that. The girls was young, but always been big on loyalty. To this day, I still pick up the phone, call Pam, Chemo. Yeah, we got love for each other. But the crazy thing is, bro, it shaped me though. Because I'll be honest with you, for about a year, I went into a depression for about a year after that. When they dropped and everything, because I'm like, yo, I was doing everything. Developing this, doing that, free studio time, all of that. And then I'm like, nah. So I didn't do music for a minute. I stopped. I went into something else. I went into corporate America.
You were destroying a lot of dreams.
Damn.
And Diddy swindling black people is being described by some users on social media as sounds like business to me. But it doesn't sound like good business when 50 does a documentary about Diddy's actions though.
Right. You see the hypocrisy?
Like I said, the Diddy defenders look to be only pro-black for the wealthy and powerful black folks. If you were swindled by Diddy, then it is your fault for being stupid. Now it is good business, and some have concluded the trail of people done wrong by Puffy keeps getting longer. He built his empire on the blood and pain of others, now it is crumbling. And since Jim Jones, Mano, Fabulous, and Dave East on their podcast were going off about 50's latest documentary about how it was wrong to expose Diddy.
So do you think that is wrong or not?
I think it's wrong.
If you recall, 50 Cent called them squatters who were owing $250,000 in rent for their podcast space. And remember, 50 also revealed that he'd buy up 50% of their podcast. Well. Receipts started to drop just hours ago. First, 50 posted this. So Jim wired the $200,000 over. Laughing emoji. Okay, cool. He may turn out to be a good tenant after all. Samuel, if you need me to make them pay, just give me a ring. I'm here. And this reaction sounded familiar. Jimmy was scrambling and scraping for that $200,000, skull and laughing emojis.
I like when you like this, Daddy.
Where you put my bag?
Daddy, I like when you scrambling and scraping. When you
right
scrambling
here,
and scraping for shit.
Hey, don't look at me. Don't look at me.
And 50 wasn't done. He posted a snippet of the phone call between him and the landlord that made this happen.
Want to rent it. And I said, okay, fine. Right? He's been saying this for since October. And so he keeps trying to build it, but he won't sign the lease. He's like, I don't like these terms. I want 6 months of build out and ridiculous bullshit. We also have a partnership agreement where half of what he's building now, his media, belongs to us. But he won't tell us how much he's making and doing all these things. So half of the content he's creating, if you want to buy that too, I'll sell you half the company. He's not a business. He's insane. To me, it's worth very little to nothing. But if it works out for you, I just throw that in as a sweetener. Okay? So what I'm trying to say is he signed a lease with me. Right now he owes, I'm going to say it in a short way, at least $80,000, if not $180,000. The monthly rent on the old lease, not this.
And 50 added the caption, I don't know why these people start with me. If I wasn't me, I would leave me alone. get your business together, guys.
Do not engage, repeat, do not engage.
This man is highly dangerous.
And on the current state of hip-hop, we got Young Thug out here going off.
I feel like I always wanted to do this type of music, and then I feel like rappers are like weird like space right now, because it's just saying like everybody beefing, and then it's just like some of the biggest, two of the biggest artists in the world, like Collabs, and a lot of like the fucking ripple effect that came around. It's weird. I feel like it's time. I feel like we gotta like take it to the next level. We gotta level up. Like AI, it's just so much. Everything in the world leveling up. It's something about like niggas getting like worse. Like we getting worse than when we first started. Like I think we like grief, so we just like comfortability. Even when we feel like we like hustling hard as we can, we still feel like it's still cap. We so comfortable. I feel like we need this type of shit. I would be so happy if hip hop turned into pop. Nobody on this earth could come to that type of shit. You know, I would be happy. But I also love hip hop because I know a lot of hip hop artists can't do that.
Well, you can rap your ass off, we always do that. But hip hop also always look to you to push boundaries during projects, something different. It's a risk. You can stay comfortable, you can do the same thing, you love that.
And Thug is getting laughed at by many hip-hop fans on social media, as some believe that he's part of the problem that got hip-hop in this current state, where it's struggling in the mainstream. Laughing my bum off, bro dropped one of the worst albums of the decade and he's out there saying whatever. And we got a surprise cover from Justin Bieber that's since gone viral.
Slim Shady, how to send it to the big babies, and a Mercedes Benz with the windows up and the 10 goes up in the mid-80s.
And for those clowning Justin Bieber for messing up some of the lyrics, it is funny watching some of the comments these keyboard warrior critics acting like the Eminem, loudly crying emoji. Like how y'all say this ish is bad when he's just trying to have fun. And is this true? There isn't an artist who wasn't an Eminem fan at one point in their life. And Nas revealing that he wanted to work with Eminem on Daughters continues to cause commotion. In the last video, it was some Eminem fans blasting him for turning down Nas, all while he chooses to work with the likes of Pink. And now we got, quote, Nas fans blasting him. Nas thinking Eminem would have sounded good on Daughters is exactly why people say he has a bad ear for music. Because why in the F would you think that? And cooking one of your favorite rappers because he wanted to work with Eminem is strange if you ask me, because we have no idea how Daughters would have turned out if Eminem was on the song. Perhaps it wouldn't even be called Daughters, and perhaps this user is onto something. You are probably a Jay-Z fan. You can't get over Eminem washing him.
Oh my God! Hello. You've been exposed.
And to be fair, this take does sound like something that would come from a Jay-Z fan, sneak dissing Nas and Eminem while masking it as criticism. I trust Nas's opinion on music more than the average Twitter, and if you don't think Eminem would fit, you don't know Eminem. And I'll be looking forward to your thoughts in the comment section. Thanks for watching, and I will see you on the next one.